let me go ahead and get started. Hey, welcome this evening. It's your boy, Crypto Steve. I'm excited this evening to share this wonderful information, this new technology that's actually in place that uses the best and the most unhackable open ledger decentralized platform in the world, which is blockchain technology. I am so excited about that opportunity. I having my data, my user generated content, my online behavior information, secure and private, stored on the blockchain, on a decentralized platform where I'm now able to monetize it if I desire. That's what I love about this opportunity and this project. And I'm excited about that because at this moment in my life, before 3E technology showed up, I had zero chance to monetize what I do online, my user generated content, my social network, my social media information, my behavior online. I had zero opportunity to take that information and be able to monetize it. And the true fact in the story in the matter is that it is getting monetized. It's just I'm not getting paid from it. And I don't mind if someone get paid off of me. I just got to get paid off of me. That's it. I don't mind if you get paid off of me. I promise you, I don't mind as long as I get paid off of me too. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and dive on into this. Look, I must say real quick disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor, nor am I advise you on your finances. I'm just here to show y'all how I maneuver in the cryptocurrency using the cryptographic technology blockchain space. Okay, so let me go ahead and share my screen if you let me real quick. Let me see. So everyone can hear me good, right? Okay. Boom. So let me go ahead and show you this valuable content that I have before us today that I believe is very important. Listen, one thing I love about 3E WealthNet and that technology is designed to protect the digital me, the digital you. I don't know if you guys understand or even know at this point in our life, we have no opportunity to protect our online behavior, our user-generated content. You'll keep hearing me saying those words because I want to share with you guys that we have been constantly and consistently leaving a digital footprint. I mean, just like you leave a footprint in the DNA every time you go somewhere in the world, where you leaving a digital footprint every time you go on a device, every time you go on a phone, a laptop, if you use your Apple Watch, if you go into a bank, if you go into a store, when you swipe your card, when you go to any digital thing that you use or even in contact with, it actually grab a piece of you, a digital picture of you, and create you in the digital world. And 3E technology have designed some things that walk past that. Oh, again, my disclaimer, I speak crypto and data, but I am not a financial advisor. No, I'm not. So let me just talk about these three things I believe that we all must know, because if we don't know these things, I think that the things that's happening in our life will continue to happen. Now, I ain't saying it's all bad. I ain't saying it's all great. I'm just saying, if we don't know about these three things, what continue to happen will always happen. Because remember, if things gonna change, then we gotta change. And we don't know sometimes what can hurt. I heard people say, what you know don't hurt you. That's a lie. What you don't know can hurt you. It can't hurt you. Now, I can prove that to you too. Now, well, watch this. Just three things we want to talk about. First thing I would love to share with you guys is data privacy is a myth. It is. Data security is not secure. And then the last but not least, data is monetized, but not by you. Let's dive into this data privacy is a myth. So I want to bring to your attention that you've probably seen this hundreds of times, but most likely, if you was like me, I just breezed through it. I hit the little accept button and it allowed me to get to the content on the website that I was trying to get to. But what I didn't know is this. So at the bottom, it say, we value your privacy. Thank you. I appreciate you valuing my privacy. And that's not what they say about valuing my privacy. This is phenomenal. It actually say, the website say, we and our partners use technologies. First of all, I know who you are, website, but who are your partners? And what is these technologies that y'all using that I don't know? Okay, I need to know this because you value my privacy, but yet you're exposing me to a third party that I have no clue of who they are. And then you talking about using technologies, and then you tell me like technologies like what? Such as cookies. Now, we know this ain't the cookies that we all love and like, but these are cookies that's attached to our devices, to our phones, to our laptops, to every device you have, any digital device that you go on and you type in any content, post anything, like anything, comment on anything. I don't care what it is you do. When you do any of that online behavior that you do, any generated content that you post, that you share, cookies are the thing that attaches to your devices. Now watch this. Well, cookies is the thing that grabs everything you do and store it on your device. But the reality is that it's not a bad thing if we wasn't allowing third parties and people that own these sites to access that information. The reality is, they said we and our partners use technologies such as cookies and process my personal data. So the reality is that if they processing my personal data, then they're telling me that they're going into my cookies on my device. You know the crazy part about it? If you go to your Google Chrome right now and you click those three little dots up on the right-hand side, and you go down and click more tools, and then you go to right here where it say clear browsing data, and you click on that, you're going to see these two boxes checked already. And it say cookies and other site data. And it say right here from 175 sites. So you mean to tell me that it was data that was collected in my cookies from all these sites, and now I'm giving this site, this website, access, and they partners who I have no clue who they are, and I'm giving them access to my personal data. And they tell us stuff like they value our privacy. Really? Thank you, but no thank you. Now watch this, because I ain't finished. Listen to this. This is crazy. And they say stuff like this, such as IP addresses. IP addresses is internet protocol address. So let me help you. When you actually purchase internet services, your provider, whether it be AT&T, T-Mobile, or Verizon, Comcast, any provider that you use to purchase internet services, they give you this internet protocol address. Now, I like to say I like to call it an internet public address. It doesn't become an internet private address until you set up a security code on your internet protocol address. But it's really an internet protocol, IP address. That's what it is. But I'm telling you that this IP address is attached to anywhere you have internet services. And the reality is that this company is telling me that their partners in them uses technologies such as cookies. So now you're on all of my devices. You have access to every site I ever went through, so you can know me better than I know myself. You know what I'm typing, when I'm typing, you know where I'm going to type it at. I'm in Mexico with my laptop and my phone, and you there too, because of the cookies that's attached to on my devices, because I accept that you can come in and look at my cookies. The reality is the IP address that's at my home or in my business or in where I'm at now, my store, you're also there too. So I'm out of town and you in my businesses, lurking, seeking, finding out things about me. And if anybody walk past and anybody uses my IP address, you got their information too. But you value my privacy. But yet you want me to let you in on my privacy. You and the partners that have no clue who they are. And you're using this technology stuff, and you're telling me that you processing personal data such as IP addresses and cookie identifiers. Listen to why, y'all. To personalize ads and contents based on your interests. Really? I didn't even ask for that. And by the way, if you personalizing ads and contents that's based on my interests, who buying it? Something that make you go, right? So watch this. Is data privacy really private? It makes you think. No, it's not. It's not really private, y'all. Those days are done. And let's talk about this data security. The number 2 thing. Now, I talked about the number 1 thing that you must know was data privacy. And let's talk about data security now. So, true story, real live, back in July this summer, I was riding in my car and I was on my phone. I was talking to someone and my phone cut off. So I thought I hit a bad spot. Okay, no problem. Just wait for a few minutes, call the person back. And reality is, when I was trying to call the person back, it wouldn't let me call them back. So I took my other phone and called my phone, and it sounded like my phone was dead. It was cut off, not dead, but cut off. And I'm like, well, that's impossible. Well, let me call my wife. I called my wife, and my wife answered. I said, babe, can you call my phone, please? Because it sounded like my phone is cut off, but I know that ain't true. And she called it. And she said, babe, it do sound like it's cut off. I'm like, well, that's impossible because we on the same plan. And if I'm cut off, you cut off too. So that can't be true. So reality is, I called T-Mobile. I said, what's going on? They said, well, Mr. Coates, it looks like you took your SIM card out your phone and changed the number. I'm like, what? I'm on the phone in my car. How can I even do that? And I'm on talking to someone. And so anyway, make a long story short, I go to T-Mobile and tell them, yeah, your system been hacked. I don't care what y'all say. I'm not stupid. I know that your system been hacked. Now all my stuff that was secure isn't secure anymore. All my private information that you guys own ain't private any longer. And I know y'all been hacked. So they were saying, it's something happened with your phone, your SIM card, somebody changing it. It wasn't us. So anyway, long story short, 2 months later, September the 23rd, this happened July the 19th. 2 months later, they sent me this letter in the mail. Now, first things first is my clothing store. All right. And this is my address. A lot of you guys know me. And so they say stuff like this. Hey, make sure that you check with Experian and Equifax and TransUnion, because it looked like it was some fraudulent activity on your account because your SIM card phone number changed and we don't know how it happened. Oh, you know how it happened. Your central location that you store everyone's data has been hacked. Our information is not secure. That's what happened. And I called them and told them, and I said, y'all got to do something. Y'all gonna have to compensate me. And I don't even know if my information is out there on the black web because y'all been hacked. And I'm calling my lawyer because y'all most definitely going to file for a class action. And the reality is, they try to buy me off, and the reality is I'm not getting bought off. You can take off some stuff, but you still gonna answer to my security question. So look at this. Let's talk about this. Here you go. This is mind-blowing, y'all. We talk about the data breaches of 2020. Some of the biggest in the world. Twitter got hacked. They started taking people like Barack Obama, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, and Jeff Bezos, saying they're doing a giveaway. And actually, people sent them money. It was crazy. You send them money and they'll send you some money back. And people did it. And look, we ain't even got to talk about this. Everybody know who MGM Grand is. Look at this. Our data got dumped on the black web. 142 million people. Wow. I don't know about y'all, but I done been in MGM Grand plenty of times. And if you've been to Vegas, they got multiple locations and they give you these cards. And so all my information was in their system, as well as yours if you ever been to the MGM Grand. Look at this. A healthcare company, another hotel, Marriott, and then Zoom, what we on today. This is crazy. All of these companies so far has been hacked and millions of people information, billions of people information been exposed. I don't know about y'all, but this leaves me with questions like, wait a minute now. What y'all, somebody gotta have some security here. In T-Mobile, aren't y'all, because y'all a big global company, aren't y'all giant service capable enough to protect our data? T-Mobile? Huh? Isn't data security a key factor for all up and coming large and small enterprises? It should be. It should be, right? I agree. And then, questions like this, well, what do the web have in store for the future when it comes down to security and privacy? What do we have to look forward to being safe and private when we go online, y'all? I don't know about y'all, but we got to look at what this www have to offer, because I can't go through another hack, a breach, expose of my information, my privacy or my security can be continuously exposed because of these large central locations that's holding our information, whether it's in the cloud, whether it's in a big office underneath a seriously layers of security, they're still being hacked. Let's talk about the solution. I told y'all 3 problems that we have in the world today, and that's data privacy and data privacy, data security, and now let's talk about the solution of them real quick. 2 things: data privacy, data security, and let's talk about the answer. The answer is, always will be, as of now, the blockchain technology. It is the answer to security and privacy. It is the thing that where data can be stored in a secure way, in a decentralized, secure way, that people information is not stored on databases or centers. It ain't stored in the cloud. Nah, it's spread it out all over the world on these open ledgers, all between devices that no one can singly hack. No one can hack it as of now. No one can steal from it as of now. No one can even go in and tamper with the blockchain. It's unhackable. It's the only thing that makes things secure and private. Let me give you a little test net. Can I give you a case study? They tried cryptocurrency on the blockchain first, a real financial currency that's traded all over the world. And you can best believe, if you try financial currency on the blockchain and can't nobody get it off the blockchain, and if that's possible, then you know it's secure. When the world is exposed to it and they can't hack it, and it's an open ledger, anybody can see it, and they can't hack it, you best believe it stands the test of time. So the case study showed up that the blockchain technology is the only secure and private, decentralized platform to keep our data and our data secure and private. The only platform as of now. I'm just telling y'all that this is what the world have that's offering. This is what we have now that's offering to us a solution for the problems that we have. The world have no other solutions, y'all. Blockchain technology is the decentralized storage using a blockchain is a $85 billion industry a year and a half ago. It's going to be, and I'm going to show you in the article in a few minutes, it's going to be crazy amount of money. Here you go. Watch this. Data privacy solution is the blockchain. Forbes said this in an article. Let's look at this article right here. Data security for 2020. I want you to see these are articles, and there's plenty of them out here, but down here on the right, if you just focus with me with these blue, US 176 billion by the end of 2020. That's what the blockchain storage industry is going to look like, because financial institutions and other large companies have no other solution, y'all. It's only the blockchain technology that can solve the issue with data security and data privacy. So I introduce you guys today to some and present the others. The 3E Wealth Net plan for us to take back our data and our security in a private and a decentralized way. But let me talk about first, before I introduce you to 3E, let me talk about this monetizing our data. The reality is, I don't know if y'all really know, but the data information is being generated every minute. Look at this, 1 minute. Look at TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Amazon, Microsoft, Spotify, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. These companies are generating millions of dollars in 1 minute. Look at what Venmo, 238,755 worth of payments in 1 minute. That's information, y'all. I know you saying, oh, but that's just what they generate. No, but that's people information. People sending and receiving. That's information that's being generated every minute. And the reality is that this information is being monetized, but not by us. We ain't getting paid a penny. Facebook, who we all know, Instagram, Messenger, WhatsApp, Mark Zuckerberg own these companies. Do you guys know that these companies are a $130 billion companies in 2019? $133 billion last year. That Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, WhatsApp, and Celsius VR made. $133 billion, y'all. Do y'all know that they have zero products? Because if you're not paying for the product, you are the product. Let me show you that again. If you're not paying for it, you are. We the product that they have to offer. Our user-generated content, our online behavior, that information is generated from us and companies, advertisement companies. Buy it to advertise to us. Not just that. And you have a company that what used to be around, ain't around no more. Cambridge Analytical, an analytical company, buys information from Facebook for millions of dollars. And guess what we do? We give it away for free. So me and you been brought for free and sold for millions, well, billions, really. Let me explain to you why, because Facebook made billions of dollars. We've been brought for free. You say, Steve, what are you talking about? Well, let me help you, please. Let me just break down how you've been brought for free. They offer you a free account, and you say, no problem. And you go in there and post, and I do it too, y'all. I'm not leaving myself out. Hey, listen, I ain't pointing the finger because I'm pointing at myself. I do it as well. And I signed up for this free account, and they take everything I do, every like, every post, every comment, every picture, and this touch everybody. Some people say, yeah, but everybody don't need their data protected and secure. Yes, they do. You know, when you post a baby picture, what do you think happened? That can be sold. Yeah, but you say, yeah, but I ain't tripping off of that. Hey, yeah, you might not be. But they may get a lot of money off of it. And again, like I said, you don't got to be tripping. Only thing I'm saying, I don't mind if they get paid off of me, but I got to get paid off of me too, for sure. All right. So I'm just saying, you know, reality is that we signed up for a free site. They bought us for free and then sell us for millions and billions of dollars to analytical companies, to advertisement companies. I was the one that was buying advertisement on Instagram for my driving school. And the reality is that they threw me a big net. And you want a 5 or 10 mile radius around the address of your school. I said 10 miles. And they said, what's the age group? And I gave them an age group, 15 to 30 to 48. And I said, because I want the kids to see it, and I want the parents that got kids to see it too. And the reality is, they say this will reach about 6,000 to 12,000 people. I say, perfect. And the reality is, they indirectly marketed to you and me on Facebook and Instagram. And you know, the sad part about it is that people might say, but yeah, okay, but you got a whole bunch of people that join you. I know I did. You know how many people I got to join this driving school from that ad? 0. I got a couple of likes, but I got 0 people because it was an indirectly approach. And so that people are paying for advertisement and ain't even getting a real result. How about that piece? That's crazy. It's only when analytical companies come in and say, Facebook, we're going to give you millions of dollars, give us 30,000 people and let us give a survey of what they like. And then they take that information and then they learn us. They develop 5,000 data points. And then they take those data points and they tell you whether or not we can be persuaded in what we do. That's crazy because they're not just doing it themselves. They have something that started because of Web 3.0. Web 3.0 is a smarter and faster sibling of Web 2.0. Web 2.0 is the internet, but it's at a slower pace and a not as smarter pace. And so Web 3.0 pops up with AI, algorithms, artificial intelligence. AI is artificial intelligence, and they use these programming protocols. And someone can go in and say, hey, I want you to find where the weakness at in that site. And these algorithms come in and they grab a hold of the weakness and they get in and they grab all the information and they leave. Sort of like the movie, if y'all remember, I think it was Matrix 2, where Morpheus, they was in the ship, the spaceship. Not Morpheus, it was, I don't think he was there. Yeah, he might have been there, I forgot. Anyway, they was in a spaceship, and these little things would come down with these things on the back, and they would find the weaknesses on the spacecraft to get inside of it. That's what algorithms do. That's what AI do. They find the weakness, their protocols. And the reality is once they learn us, they know what we're going to do tomorrow, next week. And if they want, they can even persuade us and going in a direction. So that's why when you watch documentaries like Social Dilemma, The Great Hack, you see that they're trading futures on people. It's crazy because data has surpassed the prices of oil. It's past gold. I mean, it's the #1 traded commodity in the world. It's the #1 bought thing in the world right now, besides food and water. Data. Your information, my information. It is so much important that they're trading futures. They know what we're going to do 5 years from now. How is that possible? Because they know that they got artificial intelligence that they're going to send and program to push us and to tell us and to show us and push us in the direction they want us to do. So these analytical companies are going in and having Facebook give us a survey, and then they see where we're going to be in 5 years because they say, okay, these people like this. If we can just push them here, they'll go there next. It's like playing chess. They already know what we're going to do, y'all. The reality is, it's crazy, but it's true. It's real true. Hold on, my laptop is going dead. Okay. So reality is, that's what we have. We have the answer, though. We have an answer, y'all. 3E technology is the answer. I introduce y'all to the efficient engineer ecosystem. What are you saying? Let me introduce you. So would you like to be introduced to this vision? So watch this. This company have designed a technology where you can get paid for living your life. The technology is an ecosystem developed to meet the needs of the current society and the contents of technologizing, being in trends in all sector of human activity. That's not it. This is totally me. I had this underneath of my emails for about 3 years, 4 years now. And the reality is I didn't even realize it, but they have it. Listen to this. AI, right? AI pushed me into knowing where I was going to be 3 years from now. So they knew once I post control and own your digital identity. Well, I had control and own your own, your controlling. I got to go back and look, but control and own your life. That's what I had. They knew because they pushed me here. You see that? You see that? We believe in a world where every individual is entitled to have absolutely ownership and control over their own digital data, their own digital identity. The blockchain technology is the means to achieve this, and our goal is to provide products and services enabling people and companies to own, protect, use, and leverage their virtual identity. The intrinsic human value that derives from the online behavior. As we speak, the behavior of thousands of individuals is studied, collected, and used for economical gains without their owner's approval. We don't even have approval of them doing this. And what is it? What's in it for them? Nothing. Nothing's in it for us. Listen, May 25th, 2018, a law was passed. It was the General Data Protection Regulations. And that's why you see now when you go on websites, they have to post that they are taking control of your cookies or your IP address to personalize your personal data. But I want to share again. The solution is here. The problem with privacy and security and monetization of our own data, our digital footprint, and now 3E technology, WealthNet, design a technology, a proof of value concept. That's their concept, to give back the control that was taken from us back to us. I will only tell y'all this. It's 3 ways that you can participate. Now, there's plenty more, but I will only show you 3 ways as of today that you can participate. There's plenty more ways. But I want to speak to the person and say, Steve, you ain't got to say no more. You could have shut up a long time ago. Crypto Steve, if you telling me I got the power now to keep my information private and secure using a blockchain technology, and then have the possibility to monetize it where I have zero chance now I have an opportunity to monetize it, I'm in. You don't have to say nothing else. I'm in. And if that's what you say you want to do, great. The other way, use the 3D technology as a profit vehicle. We all know we live in a day and time that if your money ain't growing and it ain't producing, then it's losing. Especially if it's fiat. So now we live in a day and time where now you're able to take your money and put in vehicles and produce you more money. Your money making you money. And then the last, but not least, final way, I would say probably the most sexiest way, that you can use the 3D technology to build a business by marketing and sharing with others. They pay us for advertising and marketing. They pay us to be the eyes, the ears, the spokesperson for them to share that data that's being used and being exposed and that's being sold is now able to be private and secure and monetized by us only. And so with this, I'm going to talk about the first way real quick. I must tell y'all that if you just say, Steve, again, I just want to take and own my own data in a private and secure way. And then if I want the possibility, if I want to sell something, I can. You know, the great part about it is that if they tell me they want to give me a survey, or if I go online and look at hand sanitizer spray and I started reading about this, or they give me a survey on this, well, what size bottles do you like? Do you like 10 ounce or 8 ounces? Do you like smaller or bigger bottles? Do you like the top where it's a spray bottle, or do you like the time where you hand sanitizer this way? Which ones do you like? And I give a survey, you guys. Do you know this information is stored on the blockchain under my smart contract address? And do you know that the technology, that 3E network, 3E 3E Wealth Net have is that it's going to take every bit of information and store it in a decentralized way on our own smart contract address. Let me help you. Do you guys got MetaMask? Do you got a public address? How many cryptocurrencies can you have on one Ethereum address? A whole bunch. Yeah. I got a MetaMask account. It's got one address. But because I have that MetaMask at the Ethereum address, I'm able to store multiple currencies on it. Same concept, except for this is information. I can send money or I can send information on the blockchain. And so now it's stored in a decentralized way, my information. Now, if I want to take the survey that I did on hand sanitizers and share it with someone that's willing to pay me for it, then I can do that. And I can do it over and over and over again. And the reality is they don't take my information. No, they view and have my information that I now have control over. So they view it on the blockchain and able to see what I said about it. And then I can take it and send it to someone else. I can send it to multiple people at the same time. I can allow thousands of people to view the same information and get paid from each person. That's the great part about this. So that person that just want to monetize their own data, that data. So if you just down here on the right, you are making an income from sharing your own data. And if you slip up and share it with somebody, say, hey, man, you know, I've been making money off my own data. And they say, what? How do you do that? Oh, I'm glad you asked. Let me share it with you. And then they do it. The company said, we'll pay you for them sharing their data successfully. I'm just saying, that's way number one. Way number two, let's talk about this real quick. Round one, 3 technology. So just like we have cryptocurrency, we have something that's called legacy keys. And if you look at data, you'll know that you're going to see the world change. So when you're dealing with crypto, it's currency. When you're dealing with legacy keys or data, it's dealing with, when you look at legacy or keys, you're dealing with data. And so data keys is similar. It uses the same blockchain, the same cryptocurrency exchange, because it's all ran on the blockchain. The same concept, same technology, except for you're exchanging. I'm not sending crypto no more on my public address. I'm sending information. I'm sending information that I gained on the blockchain. So now I get to send it to you so you can view it. And you pay me for it. And so how do I send it? Well, in order for me to send this on the blockchain, you got to have a stamp to send this in the real world, in the post office. And the stamp is like the gas for the envelope to move through the post office. Well, legacy keys is like the gas for the companies that want to buy our information. So watch this. Here it go right here. If you want to just put your money in a profit vehicle, that's going to pay you handsomely. And that's awesome. Round one, you can buy legacy keys. Why am I buying legacy keys, Crypto Steve? Because legacy keys is the stamp for anyone to get the information. So when someone want to when a company want to know about the survey that I did about hand sanitizers, because they trying to create a hand sanitizer company, what will happen? They will have to buy legacy keys. Well, guess who they buy legacy keys from? Me and you. And then when they buy these legacy keys, they're not buying them for what we're paying for them for. So we're paying 0.0035 euros for them. They're going to pay 2 cents. So let me back up. We're buying these legacy keys at 0.0035 euros. And if you decide, because this is all we talking about, this profit vehicle, you ain't sharing it with nobody, you ain't trying to do nothing, you might keep your data secure and private, and you may want to share your information. You can, you don't have to. You just want to take some money that you got sitting that's giving you nothing but some pennies now and gain you some money. So watch this. Here you go. You spend $1,000 in euros. The company gives you 100% in legacy keys at the rate of 0.0035. Now, when you at 100% of that, you have 285,714 legacy keys. Okay? Let me share what these legacy keys do. So the legacy keys, you can sell 5% of your portfolio now, because as you can see right here, they got a lock price. I know you probably can't see it that well, but it's a lock price of what you can sell, that what companies will be able to buy the keys for. And the lock minimum price of those keys are 0.02 euros. So I'm buying it at 0.0035 and I'm selling them at 0.02 euros. So 285,714 legacy keys. If I want to sell these, of course I want to sell the legacy keys, right? When I go to sell these legacy keys, now the company say, hey, you can only sell 5% a month because we want to keep that price at 0.2 euros locked in. And so what happens? You take 5% of your whole portfolio, your $1,000, and guess what that $1,000 produce for you in 1 year? Let me go and see if I can exit out of here. Here you go. 5% of 285 is 14,285 sold in 1 month. That gives you, at the lock price of 0.2 euros, it gives you 285 euros. Now, granted, you must know that you will get 285 euros for the next 20 months starting next year. Now, granted, you got to wait a year. Now, it could be faster, but we ain't going to overpromise. We're going to underpromise and overdeliver. At least next year, November the 21st. 2020 is the time that you can start selling your legacy keys. So the first 4 months of you selling your legacy keys, get your initial investment back. And at the end of your 20 months of selling 5% of $1,000 investment produces you 5,714 euros. Do you know that's a 571% on your money? You're talking about 30, let's say 36 months. Let's just say 36 months. You're going to make 571% on your money. That's phenomenal, y'all. That's phenomenal. There's no vehicles. Now, I ain't gonna say you can't do it. You can't find none. But right now, with you just putting your money into a vehicle to produce that much, and you have the possibility to monetize your data. So look, here go the ecosystem. You buy the legacy keys at 0.0035. You sell them to companies. There's company or 3E Technology already have 3 big, huge companies that's willing to spend 50 million euros a year. Well, not just a year, but 50 million euros in a year on data that we generate for them. And the reality is that we just need a whole bunch of people to say, I'm willing to keep my data private and secure and monetize it. Once we get enough people that's willing to monetize that data, all this going to roll out. Oh, it's going to happen. It's going to take about a year, maybe a little less. If it takes less than the actual technology that we have, it will be rolled out sooner. So then you'll be able to sell those legacy keys at 0.02 euros quicker. So now at the most, at the max, you got 36 months to get your investment back. Cool. That's great. Phenomenal. And I'm keeping my information private and secure in a decentralized way on the blockchain technology, using 3E technology to monetize it if I decide to. Of course I'm in 100%. I have no other vehicles right now that can offer me to monetize my data. I have no other vehicles right now that can give me the possibility to keep my data secure and safe every time I go on a social media site, every time I go to my devices, every time I use a phone, a laptop, or a browser or a server. I have no other opportunity that provides me security and privacy using blockchain technology right now, y'all. And we don't have that. No one have that. And the ability to monetize it. No one has that. 3E Technology is the first company that has that. And that's why I'm here. Listen, one thing about me, I love being in front of growth, because I don't want to. I think about when I look at Bitcoin back in 2008. Well, not look at it, but when I seen it back in 2010, 2012, somewhere around that range, and I heard about it, and I just the name was funny, and it just didn't look right. Just like we said when Google came out. Google, what's that? I don't know about y'all. I was like, what is that? And reality is everybody on the search engine of Google. And it's one of the most safe and secure search engines in the world right now. And so I'm saying, when Bitcoin came out, I missed it. I didn't get an opportunity to make millions and billions of dollars in 2017 like some people did. And it's because I didn't understand it. And the reality is that I was a fool, whether or not I understood it or not. At pennies, at least I will have it and be wealthy. I will have way more than what I have. Let me say it like that. I'm already wealthy. I would have way more than I would have. And I ain't saying that to be proud. I'm saying wealth is a terminology used. It's not the amount of money you have. It's what you have inside of you. So we all wealthy, but I'm saying financially fit. I'll be financially fit. And the reality is that I didn't understand it, and therefore I didn't participate. And therefore I missed the big opportunity. Now I'm here now, granted. I understand now that I just can't be stubborn and thinking that I don't understand. I mean, because I don't understand, like I shared earlier, things you don't know can hurt you. Because you don't understand it, because you don't know it, that don't mean it can't hurt you. It can hurt you. And the reality is that data is the number one thing that's being sold and generated. You talk about Facebook, who sell no product but made $133 billion. And why you think they bought Messenger? Why you think they keep coming out with these different social media free accounts? Because they know they're making money. People don't buy social media accounts that they ain't making money off of. Companies like Facebook, they ain't going to just buy them for nothing. So anyway, this is a vehicle for you to take control of your own assets, but also to monetize your assets and to put your asset, your money into a vehicle to produce you some more money if you choose to. Let's talk about this third final way that I told you I love. Now, the reality is that the company say, hey, if you decide you want to build a business, you want to do all of the above and more. This is one way we get paid. Now, I share with y'all a couple of ways of how you can get paid, but this is it's a whole lot of other ways you can get paid. I'm just going to talk to you about this one way that you can get paid, and I'm going to tell you how you get paid. And so the reality is, well, not how, I'm going to tell you what you got to do to participate to get paid. Let me put it like that. So you have to buy a partner package. A partner package gives you a status. And as you can see here, you got basic, explore, lead, premium, and executive. And they give you 100% legacy keys. And so once you buy the status, once you buy the package, it gives you a status. Once you have the status, you're able to share it with someone else, like you see here over on the right, and you see the first person that you share it with, and they come in and they buy what you buy. You buy a premium, and the company pays you 16%. And if they share and they come in and they get started and they buy a premium, the company pays them 16% and gives you 14. The company pays them 16% and give you 4%. And then they share it with someone else. The company comes in and gives them 16% and give the other person 4% and give you 2%. So 16, 4, 2 in generational bonuses. And then you also have something that's called rotation points. And rotation points is that every time a product or partner package is brought, anytime it's sold or brought or sold, that it has points attached to it. And these rotation points, every time you get 25 points on one side and 50 on the other, doesn't matter what side, a rotation happens. It rotates and pays you out according to the status that you have. And so whatever status you decide to come in, it pays you that status amount. And so some of you might say, sound phenomenal. Well, I'm just going to tell you that's it. But I'm going to tell you, and I talked about direct commission in 1643. I already shared it with y'all. I'm going to tell you there's several other ways you can get paid. You can get paid on generational bonus. If you share it with somebody and they do a rotation, you get paid anywhere from, if whatever, depending on your status. Just remember, the higher the status, the higher the payout. And and rotations and generational bonuses and loyalty points that you gain. So if you want to know more about the compensation plan, I most definitely can go over that with you. But this is just a general introduction of what 3E technology have to offer. I would say this: if you do nothing else, do this. I know that you might be on here, and this might be your first time hearing this. And I know I went pretty quick, and I might got dramatic and said a whole bunch of things that was exciting. But one thing I would say, the person that invited you here, you most definitely want to get back with them. Tell them where you are. Tell them, say, hey, listen, I heard everything Crypto Steve said. And so for me, I want to be 1, 2, or 3. 1, I just want to take and own my own private and secure data and have the possibility to monetize. If that's you, perfect. If you say, well, I just want to, number 2, I just want to take my money and put in this profit vehicle, and I want to also have my data private and secure. You can do that too. And you can just put your money in this vehicle. That's great. Awesome. No problem. Or you may be the 3. 3 is, I want to do all of the above, plus I wouldn't keep this to myself. Why wouldn't I want to help everybody to own their private and secure data and the possibility to monetize it on the most secure platform in the world, which is blockchain? That's decentralized. Why wouldn't I want to tell everybody this? And if that's you, then you can do all that you've seen. Now, granted, like I shared with you earlier, there's multiple more ways to get paid. I just shared a few. If you're interested in knowing more, great. But if you hear and someone shared this to you, the best thing you could have did, that person did, was shared a lifetime moment with you. Let me tell you why. 3E WealthNet charges you 0. It's no cost to get started. There's no cost, no weekly cost, no website cost, no monthly cost, no obligations, no commitments. You can do what you want when you want. The whole idea is that once you register and you upload your KYCs, it allows you to have the possibility to monetize your data in a private and a secure way. And that's the whole opportunity. At least get started. If you want to know more information, we most definitely here. But go ahead and get started.